This episode is brought to you by FXX and Hulu. Futurama returns on September 15th, blending heartfelt moments with razor-sharp humor while accidentally saving the day. The Planet Express crew is back, defying gravity and common sense. From the creator of The Simpsons comes 10 new episodes where the romance is hotter, the threats are bigger, and the action hits harder. Don't miss the all-new season of Futurama returning September 15th at 8 p.m. Watch it on FXX or stream it on Hulu.
Tonight, turn down the noise of the day and focus on the rest with AGZ, the nightly drink for winding down and resting up. New from AG1. AGZ supports your body's natural sleep cycle with clinically studied key herbs, adaptogens, and minerals in amounts supported by research. And no melatonin, helping you wake feeling rested. Wind down, rest up with AGZ. Learn more at drinkagz.com.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
Okay. Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. Obviously, I am on a little early. Let me actually move this one. I'm gonna put this one up here too. There we go. Alright. Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm not feeling the best today, but we still here. Okay. So sending positive vibes, love, and energy to anybody who ain't feeling good either. One, the weather is iffy. So anybody with any type of autoimmune disease, then you already know. It makes your body go up and down, up and down, up and down. Especially when you got other issues going on. So it's like, trying. So without further ado, let's get it popping.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't know what it is a couch. And now we're live every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. That's every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you said it. I am. Internet. isn't done, no, no. It's not done. Try just to run. One of mine. For some fireworks.
Period. I'm good.
I've been going through some dumb stuff. When I really through some dumb stuff, I'm glad to be crazy. I'm telling you my baby. I'm telling you right. Whenever you cry, I'll even cry. Tell you right.
Yeah, I followed you. But let's talk for a minute before you start reading the song. So you say
Let me tell you what.
I'm gonna keep me left there.
Where you located? Where you located?
From me, I can't hear what you say very good. I stay in Maryland.
Okay. We're in Oklahoma.
Guys, up on the screen. And cheers, we show my young.
Period. I'm gonna let you do
I can't
that.
hear what you say.
This is my first time you guys doing like a little, I guess it's what is like a little war or something on TikTok. I don't usually do this, but we on here. If you on TikTok, tap the screen, I guess. I don't know, but let's get it on. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. Y'all know I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Today, what we're talking about is the perverts that's in Oklahoma, also domestic violence, and also the racism. It's a lot. It's a lot. So before we get into it, let's start the show off by doing a moment of silence for the ones that didn't make it here today. Also, shout out to all the Virgos that's out there. Happy birthday to my bestie Reggie. And on today's his birthday. Shout out to all the birthdays that's today. He ain't the only one. It's other people's birthdays that's today. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Now, I wrote down a couple things that I want to share with you guys. I'm not going to be on the live that long because I'm really not feeling the best. But like I said, I got to come and give you guys some of this good energy and get some of your good energy as well. And I also have to spread the word about what's going on in our own community. And, you know, even if you're not in the state of Oklahoma, if you're somewhere else, you know, this might be informative to you, but if you might have something that's in your state that I might can share with other people that might be in your state as well, that might be watching my platform. So make sure that you send it to me. Don't be afraid, you know, because we have to keep each other informed. Now, if you live in the Bethany area, be on the lookout. It's a gray, I think it's a Toyota, it's a van. It's a van type Toyota. I think it's a Sienna. It might be a Sienna. But I screenshotted it. I got everything screenshotted. And his plate number is OAE998. Now, he was caught jacking off in public. He's sitting outside of the grocery store, jacking off in the parking lot, and watching women, children are there. Children are at these grocery stores. So it's mind-boggling, and me not even being a parent, I'm pissed. I'm pissed that there was children there. I'm pissed that women seen it and they had to thank you so much. Thank you so much, Peach. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shots by Sequel. I love you guys. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. But it's disturbing to know that it's, number one, we already know it's here. It's all around us. But to know that they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. You literally see these women is recording you and you still literally was in the midst of it. I couldn't even imagine what those young ladies was going through in their head. Like, that's traumatic. When you already have been through something, you never know what a woman has been through, even a man. You never even know what a man has been through. But to have to be forced to see someone, it could have been a woman. I seen a post that didn't go viral enough of a woman that got caught doing that. Like, there are kids around. I noticed some of you guys have some of these fetishes that you are trying to fulfill before you die. I get that. But these fetishes, are you guys not considering the fact that these kids might be in the areas that you have these fetishes? You claim that you want to have sex in a public parking lot. Did you not think that kids was going to be walking past the public parking lot? It's the daytime. You literally jacking off in the middle of the parking lot where people can see you purposely. You wanted to get caught. You wanted someone to see your dick in your hand as you're jacking off, so they can possibly, maybe you might catch the right one that might be like, ooh, yes. But let me tell you something. 90% of the women, men, and children that's out there do not want to see some grown ass. I don't give a fuck if you look like motherfucking Chris Brown. I don't give a fuck who you look like. Whoever the women think is the finest, I don't give a fuck if you look like them. If a woman does not want you, if a man does not want you, if a child, and a child is not gonna motherfucking want you, know that. They shouldn't be subjected to have to watch you jack off. I seen that and it immediately made me have a flashback, and I already have a migraine. But it immediately made me have a flashback, of when my brother used to do that shit when I was a child. I shouldn't have had to watch that shit. And I shouldn't be at this age right now having flashbacks about that fuck ass shit. And stupid shit like this that this man did in the gray Cena van, the Toyota, with OAE998 license plate. He's probably married. He is probably married with 4 kids. And his kids probably go to the school up the street right around from that grocery store. And he literally is in the parking lot jacking off. What about your wife and kids? Because your wife and kids, they're thrown out the window. Because what if the police was right there? You would have been getting caught up. Yeah. Now you're facing these charges. And guess what? Do y'all think this jailbird shit ain't floating around? You think that it's kid censored? No. Your kids can possibly see that. Yeah. Your kids can possibly see that. Or they might see it in a year from now. They see that their dad or their mom has been caught jacking off in public. Like a disgusting fucking perverted ass fuck. Yeah. Double fuck. Exactly. Sick individuals. And there's a lot of them that are out here. Make no mistake about it. He is just one of many that are out there doing these sick ass fucking things. Some of them are even going as far as recording the shit. They don't give a fuck about who they affect. They don't. Because if you give a fuck about who you affect, you would not be publicly masturbating. I don't know if you guys have it in your head that this is how you get a date. This is how you get your wife. This is how you get your husband. But it is not. No one, unless they approach you. Because we at the age where if we find somebody attractive, guess what? We're going to holler at them. We at the age that if we want to have sex, then we're going to approach someone and however we going to do it. However. But we not finna beat around the bush at this age. So for a grown ass motherfucker to be sitting in the parking lot jacking off like you ain't got no motherfucking home training. It's disgusting. It's inappropriate. It gives pedophile vibes to me. Because you don't know how many kids, they might not be tall enough to see, but just to think that your disgusting fucking ass is even looking at them and getting off, bitch. Oh no. I said his license plate number is O as in ostrich, A as in apple, E as in elephant, 998. And it's a gray Cena Toyota van in the Bethany area. So, ma'am, if it's your husband, you need to get that motherfucker some help. Okay? Because that is inappropriate. Those young ladies that that has been subjected to see that shouldn't have had to see that. They shouldn't have. No one in that parking lot should have been forced to see this man jacking off. Nor anyone else that's doing this shit. Thank you so much for the gifts, wifey. No one else. No one should have to see nothing like that. And not only that is I want to get into I don't know if you guys realize this, but even in your state that you're in right now, could you imagine how many of these women are here because they were kidnapped, raped, forced? These men that's sitting in these cars doing this, jacking off, and these women doing it too. You don't think that they sitting there picking women for sick men? They are. And even these sick exes, men and women, stalking their exes, getting off by watching them come up out of work, like being sick. Rest in peace to Sierra Nicole. Because she was kidnapped. And not only was she kidnapped, but she was murdered. It was intentional. And I don't know if you guys know what intentional means, but intentional means to me, when it comes to death, that means murder. That man intentionally did that. And without a care in the world, he didn't even give a fuck that he murdered someone else. Jonathan Wooldridge. And it's disgusting, the world that we live in. How many evil motherfuckers is out there waiting for a moment like this? If we let these men and women get away with sitting in a parking lot fucking jacking off, then we're letting these rapists, these kidnappers, these murderers slip right by without a care in the world. And we're literally not doing anything about it. If we aren't stopping, speaking, or doing something about it now, it's going to keep happening forever. I commend those young ladies that recorded that man for what he was doing. They wasn't trying to make him feel suicidal or whatever. I know it happened to another young man before. He got caught jacking off and he killed himself the same day because it went viral. I'm not doing or saying this to make this man feel like he has to commit suicide, but to let him know that you need to be held the fucking accountable. And we have to hold any male, female, child, young adult accountable whenever they are sexual predators. Because if we don't hold them accountable, then we end up with rapists, then we end up with kidnappers, then we end up with murderers. We end up with these because of us. We did this. We didn't stop this. We seen something and we didn't. Our discernment was on point, but our mouth wasn't. Our rescuing wasn't. And as much as you try to say, don't save her, she don't want to be saved, how many people do you know that can't say that they want to be saved? That want to be saved, but they have no one to save them. They gave the look, and no one took heed to that look. They spoke some words, they said, they made some posts, and no one took heed. Because we were so caught up in our own lives that we didn't recognize that this young woman or this young man was pleading with their eyes that they are being kidnapped. But you met them with a smile because you seen them smile. And a head nod. Not realizing that their smile never met their eyes. They were crying, begging, pleading. And some of us turn a blind eye, a deaf ear. That young woman that was murdered on the train, no one helped her. And she knew she was dying. And she cried in silence. But the look in her eyes told a story that even I can read. Through footage. Just through footage. Do you know how many other men, women, and children are pleading with their eyes for just one of us to catch it and notice that something is off? For just one of us to listen to our discernment and take heed and save whoever cried out to us. Not get into the, oh, I mind my business. What? So you literally are watching men, women, and children get kidnapped? And it's okay. If we let one perv get away with it, guess what? That perv, later on down the line, might end up being the rapist in your city. You might end up seeing his face and being like, oh my God, that's the one guy that we caught jacking off 3 years ago. But you never followed up with it. You never made it an issue. You didn't keep sharing the post. You didn't make it viral like you make everything else go viral. Make this shit go viral. These perverts don't need the rest. These perverts don't need to be getting the creep in the motherfucking shadows. They need to be out in the open. Turn that light right on them. Turn that light right on them. Make it bright so people can see who the fuck they are. I don't give a fuck if they a police officer. I don't give a fuck if they a pastor. I don't give a fuck if they your goddamn daddy. Once we let these perverts get away, if it could be your mama. Once we let these perverts get away, then they can end up being the future rapists, murderers, and kidnappers. Someone could have saved Sierra Nicole. Someone could have seen the signs in the young man that kidnapped her and assaulted her. Someone probably did see the signs, but they wasn't brave enough to share it or say something. And it's so many other stories that are just like that. So many domestic violence stories that, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but there's been a lot of them in Oklahoma where the male has been murdering the female. And I don't know if you guys have noticed the growing hate that has been coming from the black male community. And call me crazy. Tell me I'm wrong. Please, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. And I know the young man that did the bus murder said that the government put something in him and they turned the switch on and they made him do that. And there's a lot of other stories like that, and I can't dispute that. I can't. Because this government is fucked up. And they are doing some fuck shit, especially with our food. So if I know that they're doing it with our food, and I know that they're doing it in the hospitals, what makes us think that they're not doing it in other ways? What makes us think that they are not turning on a button and upping the anger and the rage in the male black community? It's too many murdering there. The ones that we see it on social media that have been in love, that have kids together. Now it's a domestic violence that has been going undetected because no one spoke up or spoke out. No one seen the signs. Now someone is murdered and we're wearing people on t-shirts, male and females dying from domestic violence. You said, I totally believe that. And the only way that we can make a difference is we have to speak it. We have to speak on it. Speak about it. It might hurt. It's going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable. But we have to. We have to stop. The only way we learn about stuff is if we read up on it, if we do our research. Making a paper trail is research. Making a paper trail on someone who is abusive physically, non-stop, no matter what they say, no matter how many times they tell you that they love you, when you notice that is still going on, it's not going to stop. You have to make your paper trail in order to save the next woman, the next child, the next person. We have to be the saviors. We say we walking in God's image and Jesus' image. The way we do that is if we actually do that. You can't say that you want to help someone, but only if they're white, because white power. No, you have to save everyone if you truly want to be saved. It can't be biased. And I can't say, just because this man raped me, that he doesn't deserve to be saved. But I can't tell you to feel the same way that I feel. But I know that I want to be aligned right. And the only way I could be aligned right is if I totally forgive. I might not forget. I don't. I still have flashbacks. I still have dreams, images. But there's a paper trail. And if anyone was to ever get with this person, that they will know, if you do your research, that this person is this type of person. Start making your paper trail, ladies. Start making sure that we help save our community by speaking out and speaking up. There's no reason why any man should be in the middle of a female argument or drama, especially to the point where they got to pull out a gun. Come on. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. Sorry. Especially if it's in a business environment. Abuse is abuse. And to me, it just shows signs of abuse in the home, in different homes, in our community. We are allowing certain individuals to get away with certain things because of who they are. And it shouldn't be like that. Because whenever you do that, that's whenever you allow certain women to get kidnapped. And it's, this is such and such, and he, no, or she, no. A fuck motherfucker is a fuck motherfucker no matter who the fuck that motherfucker is. Sorry. You can't say that you want to save the community and pick and choose who the fuck you save. We see signs. A lot of y'all claim to be so discern. You use the discernment in everything except for the rapists and the pedophiles and the motherfucking abusing motherfuckers that's around you, your friends included, family included. You ain't doing shit about them. You that's just he ain't gonna, she ain't gonna, until they just do it. Until they do what you said they not gonna do. If we really holding people accountable, that has to be everyone. Even the ones that is hard to hold accountable. It's hard to hold this person accountable because that's my mom. It's hard to hold this person accountable because that's the pastor. It's hard to hold this person accountable because he's a police officer. Everyone should be held accountable, including myself if I do something. I didn't sing it for no reason. Hold me accountable for my fuck ups. I'm serious. I don't want to be the same as I once was. And everyone should feel that way. You shouldn't want to be the same person you was yesterday. You shouldn't want to have the same thoughts that you used to have that got you in the same shit that you was in. If you know somebody's being a pedophile, or if you've seen it, you witnessed it, you should want to stop them. If you know somebody's abusing their children, you should want them to be stopped. If you know someone is being a pervert in the parking lot and you know that person, if you know this motherfucker, because I fuck around and make this the real. If you know the motherfucker that was jacking off in that parking lot, you better speak the fuck up, because ain't no telling what he's doing to his kids or around his kids. And ain't no telling what he's doing to his wife We have to be the reason why this shit stops. We can't always depend on the police. I'm sorry. We can't always depend on them to make sure that we're protected, because a lot of times the shit is happening and then someone ends up getting murdered. And then now we're wearing them on a shirt and we still get no justice and no peace. We have to take matters into our own hand the right way. I'm not saying go out and shoot everybody, because like I said, racism as well still exists. Did you guys hear about what's going on to almost every black college right now? They're being targeted. As a matter of fact, I gotta say this one, because Delta State University, a young man named Trey was found hanging on campus. And if that doesn't bother y'all, man, like, it's loud, it's proud, and it's out in the open. It's always been out in the open, but it's even louder now. Racism is starting to revert back to the old days. We are starting to get a taste of what our ancestors went through. Literally. We are seeing in the now our brothers and sisters being hung. And what are we doing about it? We trying to go viral on social media. We all worried about the wrong shit. We arguing about motherfucking Kurt. Charlie Kirk. Whether he was down with us or not. What? Is the Epstein files out? Hello? Have they been released? We are being pushed to look and go a certain way. If y'all think that racism died, you was living in a shell and you wasn't experiencing it. It's very much so alive. And the only way that we can stop that I can't even say spread love, because how much love has been spread still to end up with the same result. I'm sure a lot of the students at these black colleges are terrified. When you are terrified, or whenever your mind is racing, do you know how hard it is to concentrate? Very. So I can only imagine that not only are they terrified, but they can't even think straight to do their own studies and schoolwork. So they might even be slipping in their grades. Because they don't know if tomorrow, if they come to school, if they're going to get shot the fuck down or hung. They don't know if their college is going to be picked next. Nor does any other brother and sister that's out there. They don't know if tomorrow, if they go to work, if somebody in their job actually hates them. That might be a different color than them. They don't know. None of us know. We don't know until someone shows themselves on social media, in a post, in the comments, in a share. some people that even you might even be close to, you might find out that they really never liked you, that they actually hated you and everything about you. It's a fucked up feeling. Imagine waking up and knowing that the color of your skin brings that every day. You never know who has put a target on your back just because the color of your skin, or just because you speak up and you speak out. We just never know these days. How do we stop it? How do we stop it? It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. Make sure you follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Apple, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, Big O, Twitch, like, Threads, Fanbase, everywhere. Also my .com and thacouch.com, THARealJANELL.com as well. Make sure that you keep on streaming Thunder Up. The new video is out. It's on my YouTube channel. That's THARealJANELL. I will be on tomorrow, and Wednesday I will be on a little bit early, maybe like around 7ish. So stay tuned. I'll be on tomorrow, 8 Central Time. I love you guys so much. Actually, I do have a guest tomorrow, so make sure that y'all stay tuned in. Emily Barnes and JJ Humphrey should be here tomorrow. So stay tuned. Y'all make sure that y'all tune in. I will be live on all social media platforms. I love you guys so much. I gave you some things to think about. So it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. Have a good night.